Want to learn some things about money that you never learned in school? What you never learned about money in school could be silently holding you back from building real wealth. In this video, I reveal the hidden money truths that aren't in any textbook, but can change your financial future. Don't miss your chance to take control of your wealth today. School didn't teach you. About this budgeting basics, knowing how to budget is really important, but most people don't learn it at school. When you start living on your own after finishing school, not knowing how to handle your money can cause trouble. If you can't tell the difference between what you need and what you want, paying bills and managing money can get difficult. Everyone should learn to live within their income. This means paying your bills and still having enough for things like food and saving some money. Tracking every single expense can feel boring, so instead of that, try something called tactical budgeting. This means making a plan for your money that looks ahead, like planning for the next 6 months. Think about what you need to pay every month and also what things you want to buy. After you make your plan, put money into different accounts for each purpose. This way you can follow your budget better and not spend too much. Check your budget now and then to make sure you're sticking to your plan and not going over your limits. The most important habit: saving consistently. In school, you probably learned to save about 10% of what you earn. But honestly, that might not be enough to live comfortably when you retire, unless you're making a lot of money. For most people who earn an average salary, aiming to save between 25% and 40% of your income is a much smarter goal. That doesn't mean saving 10% is bad. It's actually a good way to start building the habit of saving. To save more money, you'll need to spend less on things you don't really need. For example, instead of buying coffee every day, you could put that money into a savings account that pays better interest. Small changes like these can really add up over time. They help you save more and reach your money goals faster. If you really want to know what you should never waste your money on, then also watch the video here. 21 things you should never waste your money on. The most important thing is to begin saving regularly and adjust your spending little by little to create a stronger financial future. The financial lifesaver. You didn't learn about building an emergency fund. You might not have learned about emergency funds in school, but don't worry. I am here to help you understand. Studies show that almost 40% of people in the US don't have enough money saved to handle a $400 emergency. This is a big problem, because it means many don't realize how important it is to have money set aside for emergencies. Think about if you lost your job today. Would you have enough saved to pay your bills and other costs? Experts suggest saving enough money to cover about 6 months of your expenses. But saving even more is better if you can. Having an emergency fund gives you security when unexpected things happen, like losing your job or needing sudden repairs. It's important to save a little bit at a time and slowly build up your emergency fund so you're ready for whatever comes your way. The power player you didn't know. How compound interest builds. Wealth compound interest is a very powerful way to grow your money, but many people don't know about it. The biggest advantage young people have is time. Even if they don't reach their money goals quickly, having more time helps a lot when it comes to investing. They just need to use compound interest to their benefit. By saving small amounts in an account that pays good interest, young people can watch their money grow over time because the interest keeps adding to itself. Here's an example to explain how strong compound interest is. Imagine you have two choices. One is $3,000 cash and the other is a penny that doubles every day. Most would pick the $3,000, right? But if you pick the penny, after 30 days it would grow to $10 million. That's how powerful compound interest can be. This shows even small savings can grow huge if given enough time. If this doesn't make you want to start saving and investing early, nothing will. Want to know more about the power of compound interest? Then here it is for you. Power of compounding. Using the 8-4-3 rule. The biggest financial step: buying your first home. Wisely. You've probably heard that to buy a house, you should save 20% of the price for a down payment. If you don't save that much, you might have to pay for private mortgage insurance, which can be costly. But what school doesn't always tell you is that sometimes it's okay to buy a home even if you don't have the full 20%. Though this might mean paying more each month, waiting to save the whole 20% could actually cost you more over time. In the last 10 years, house prices in the US have gone up, but wages haven't increased much. This makes it harder to save enough as prices keep rising. The general advice is, if you can save the 20% comfortably within about 5 years, then it's good to wait and save. But if it will take longer, it might be better to buy sooner, even without the full down payment. Since home prices will probably keep increasing, waiting too long could make buying a house more difficult. So, think carefully and make a plan that works for you. The hidden trap: what you need to know about credit. Many young people get their first credit cards and end up using all the credit they have. This often leads to debt, with high interest charges and sometimes missed payments, which can lower their credit score. What most don't realize is how important a good credit score is for their financial future. If schools taught more about credit, we'd all understand it better. Your credit score is a key part of your financial health. It affects your chances of getting loans for things like a house, car, or starting a business. Without a good credit score, getting loans and reaching big money goals becomes much harder. Building and keeping a good credit score is very important. One way to do this is by using a credit card wisely. Many people think credit cards cause problems, but they can actually help you improve your credit. For example, a friend of mine, Bill, avoided credit cards when he was young. This didn't seem like a problem until he tried to buy a car and a house. Without a credit history, he couldn't get approved for loans. When you use a credit card, banks watch how you pay and spend. Based on this, they give you a credit score. This score affects how much money you can borrow and the interest rate you'll pay. The most important rule is to always pay your bills on time. Paying late can really hurt your credit score and make it harder to get loans later on. The cost you can't ignore. Understanding the rules of taxes. Taxes are a big subject that schools usually don't teach much about. It's important to know how taxes work so you don't get into trouble with the law. Before you get your first paycheck or start making money from a business, you should learn how to figure out your tax rate and how much money you'll actually keep. This helps you understand if a job offer is good or how to price what you sell. There are online tools that make this easier. They show you your total income, how much tax you'll pay, and your take-home money. For example, if you make $35,000 a year in New York, you'll keep about $26,400 after taxes. Also remember the marginal tax rate when you get a raise. A small raise might not give you as much extra money as you think. Always check your tax forms carefully to avoid errors. The overlooked expense. What you must know about insurance. If you have someone who depends on you for money, like a child, spouse, or parent, it's important to have life insurance. It's usually better to get term life insurance because it covers you when you need it most. But if no one relies on you financially, you can stop the policy to save money. Besides life insurance, make sure to have insurance for other things you own, like your car, house, valuable belongings, and health. You might also want umbrella insurance, which combines different policies and can give you a discount if you buy them all from one company. Take your time to compare prices and what each policy offers before picking an insurance company. The priceless asset, why guarding your health, protects your wealth. Going to the hospital for an injury like a broken knee can cost a lot of money if you don't have insurance. If you find it hard to pay for health insurance every month, think about what would happen if you suddenly had an emergency. You might have to borrow money to pay your medical bills, which could put a financial strain on your family or friends who have their own expenses. That doesn't feel fair, right? If you don't have health insurance, it's really important to get it as soon as you can. Health insurance protects you from big medical bills and gives you peace of mind. Besides insurance, taking care of your body can save you money later. Eating healthy, exercising, and keeping a good weight can help you avoid many health issues that could lead to costly treatments. It's also important to not drink too much alcohol or use harmful drugs. Looking after your health now can help you avoid expensive medical costs in the future. Don't wait until it's too late. Start protecting your health today so you can live longer and happier without money problems. The silent burden. Why college debt isn't always needed. Many people think you have to take student loans to go to college, but that's not always true. In fact, 85% of new graduates say they struggle with large student debt and how much of their first paycheck goes just to pay it off. You don't always need loans to get your degree. Some schools help students avoid debt. There are also colleges that offer good education for much less money than private schools. You can also try going to school part-time, working while studying, picking a cheaper school, finishing faster, or starting at a community college. We're not saying you should never have any debt. Sometimes a little debt can be okay if it helps you get a well-paying job. But don't let debt be the main reason you go to college. There are many other ways to reach your goals without borrowing a lot. Bonus. Tip. Look for scholarships and grants early and apply widely. Many students don't realize how many scholarships and grants are available beyond just the ones offered by their college. These don't need to be paid back and can significantly reduce or even eliminate the need for loans. Start researching scholarships as early as possible. Local community organizations, employers, and even online databases offer awards for all kinds of achievements and backgrounds. Applying to many of these can stack up to big savings over time. Tired of missing out on the money lessons schools never taught you? Ready to take control of your finances and avoid the common traps that hold so many back? Subscribe to Make Smart Money now to get simple and smart advice to help you save, invest, and make confident money decisions that will help you succeed. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Let's spread the knowledge and build a financially smarter community together.